This is Rock Nation. Plant your Benicia.
What is up, Titans Nation? Welcome in to the 615. I am your host, Lee Hillis, and welcome in to the SeatGeek Studios. And we have to do a quick shout out to our partners over at SeatGeek. If you're going to a game or college football is starting, 1 week from tonight, we have the first slate of college football games. So if you're wanting to save a little bit of money, you can use our code 615podcast. And that is 615 PODCAST at checkout for $20 off your first order of $50 or more on SeatGeek.com or on the SeatGeek app. Well, y'all, it looks like I am running solo this evening, so we're not going to take real long up in here. Are the Titans ready for the preseason finale? Minnesota Vikings come to Nashville tomorrow night. Or at the time of this recording, yes, it is tomorrow night. But for those that are listening to it on Spotify, it is tonight. So let's go back and look at the game in Atlanta. Did Cam Ward look a little flat? I would say yes, he did. I would say yes, Cam Ward did look a little flat. And I am trying to figure out how to pull something up on Facebook, which we're also streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So back to what I was saying, did Cam Ward look a little flat? I think he did. He did not have his best game compared to what he did in Tampa. So look at the stats on this. Brandon Allen went 11 of 14 for 119, one touchdown and one interception. Trevor Siemian even had a better night than Cam Ward. Not passing yards, but completion percentage. Trevor Siemian went 4 for 7, 34 yards. Cam Ward 2 for 7 for 42. Well, you're probably wondering, well, where did a big chunk of that yardage come from? It's this play right here to Alec Manor.
And let's see how they do against the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward, out of the pocket. His first throw is complete to Alec Manor down the sideline.
And that was a pickup of 35 yards. So what was different about this game compared to the other game? What was the difference? So I don't know what the difference was, but it's a little shocking that Cam Ward did not produce like he did in Atlanta. But the surprising thing is the running back room. The running back room looked legit. Jordan Mims, who I think is slowly solidifying his slot on this roster. Went 12 carries, 50 yards. Khalil Mullings, the rookie out of Michigan, went 8 for 25. Jamar Jefferson, 4 for 18 and the touchdown. Julius Chestnut, 4 for 16. Brandon Allen, 2 for 8. A.O. Manor, 1 for 2. And Trevor Siemian, 1 for -1. That is a little shocking for a team that is heavy on the run, for them to struggle like this. Going to the receiving corps, shout out to the rookie out of Texas, Gunnar Helm, for coming out and producing like he did. it's a little shocking that he had the lone receiving touchdown tonight, and the Titans still found a way to win 23-20. A.O. Manor 2 for 47. Prochet 3 for 35. Xavier Receiver 2 for 18. Jordan Mims 2 for 12. Josh Wiley 1 for 11. Mason Kinsey 1 for 10. And Bryce Oliver 1 for 7. And two of these names in this receiving core, or in the receiving targets, I think their stock has dropped. And I will tell you why when I get to talking about that. So, do I believe the Titans are ready for the preseason finale? No, I do not. Because Minnesota is low-key loaded. But special teams, they come through time and time again. I got to take down this overlay so you can see the punter, Johnny Hecker, 2 for 80 or 6 punts for 286 yards, and one of them inside the 20. But Joey Sly went 1 for 1 with a long of 23. James Prochet, 1 punt return for 11 yards. Jaquan Jackson 1 for 5. Chile DK, I think, is slowly carving himself a role in this roster. 2 kick returns for 43 yards. And then TJ Sheffield, 1 for 20. I don't think TJ Sheffield makes this roster because he's buried. He's like the number 12 receiver on this roster of 12 because the receiving core, like, there's 12 receivers in this receiving core, and he's number 12. And I feel like that the Titans, for the Titans, that's a good problem to have, is that you have so much depth at wide receiver that you have no clue what to do with. So, Titans have a very good problem. But to head into this right here, stock up, stock down. Who has hurt their stock and whose stock has rose? And this is a pure offensive side of who I am. I think stock up, you have Alec A.O. Manor, who has really helped his stock, definitely in that Atlanta game. Brandon Allen, Khalil Mullings, Jamar Jefferson, and Jordan Mims. But all of them have helped their stock. Those 3 running backs are fighting for those 2 for the second and third string right now, because with Tajay Spears out, Tajay Spears is out for at least the next 2 to 3 weeks. They're saying the way they're talking is he will not be ready for week 1. So could you see like a Khalil Mullings slide into that number 2 spot? And maybe a Jamar Jefferson, Jordan Mims, one of those 2 sliding up there at number 3? Because stock down is going to be a little interesting. I think Julius Chestnut's stock has dropped on this roster. And you're probably asking, Lee, why? Why do I think his stock has dropped? Well, he has not really done enough this preseason, in my opinion, to be worthy of a running back spot. I think he's probably better off on practice squad, or going somewhere else. I think Xavier Restrepo. I think the Titans are hurting him by not putting him in to the fourth quarter. Until the fourth quarter. And so I think that's a big reason that I have him right there. And then Mason Kinsey. Everybody's favorite wide receiver, including mine. But just like Restrepo, they have not played him enough. So going into this game against Minnesota, I'm going to put this out here. From Mason Kinsey and Xavier Restrepo, I would love to see both of those guys on the field with Cam Ward for at least a series or two, to see if Xavier Restrepo can turn into the receiver that the Titans wanted when he came into Tennessee. And that is the receiver that he was at Miami with Cam Ward at quarterback. So the Titans have a lot to do for tomorrow night. And tomorrow night's game is on, I want to say, CBS. So go watch it. And then you can tweet at me at podcast615. And the social is down here along the bottom of the screen on Instagram at the _615 podcast. And then on YouTube, the 615 podcast, which if you're watching on YouTube, there you go. Facebook, you can message me or you can comment under this post about this show, and give me your input. And I know this is very short because I'm here on my own, and I'm one of those kind of guys that like to get straight to the point. So stock up, stock down. I feel like there's a lot that can be said. There's a lot of players that could be said. So what I like to always say, Titans fans, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Stay classy and tighten up.
Tighten up! Let's get tightened up! Tightened up!